Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be doing a half pound of world coins. We're going to search coin by coin through these, looking for some old ones, errors, really cool countries, and silver. We've been getting a good mix of coins. We paid a little bit more so that we could have some good hunts, and that has definitely been the case. So we'll crack this open and we'll see what we get. Alright, so we're going to start out here. We have 1 franc from 1966 from France. I thought that it looked silver for a minute, but I'm almost 100% sure that it is not, unfortunately. The next one that we're going to be finding is an aluminum 10 of something from Austria, probably Groschen, and that's what it is, from 1952. That's not super rare of a coin, but it is a little bit older, which is kind of nice. Here's another slightly older one, 1959 from Spain, and it's quite a small coin. It's aluminum as well. But it's still a fun pickup for us today. This one, though, looks really interesting based on the country that it's from. It says State of Bahrain. So this is 1992. I don't have any coinage from Bahrain, so that's a great find for us. 50 of probably whatever their cents is, because I think that it's not an inflated currency at all. That's a great find for us, so that's something to be pretty excited about. This one looks like it's from Mexico, 10 centavos, 1959, 10, and it's got the cool insignia on the back. Right there, this looks like a really old coin, 1915, 5 cents, and it says M there, and that's going to be Mexican as well. Okay, cool. So I haven't seen too much early Mexican copper. I've seen a lot of their, older Mexican silver coinage, but never the copper. So that's something that's pretty neat today. Here's a 5 francs coin, 1947. So that's interesting. This is going to be aluminum as well. And then moving forward after that, we got this coin, which is 5 of something. And it's 1983. It's just got a kind of a bush or a tree, and it'll be a struggle to find out what it is, but I'll have that updated for you over there. I'm almost wondering if it's like an FAO coinage or something along those lines. This looks like old Great Britain, 1911, and definitely pretty worn, but still a good looking coin. I like how the relief, it's worn, and the wear kind of contrasts nicely with the rest of the coin, especially in some of the parts of the design. Sorry about that. Right here we have a coin that appears to be, I believe that this is Syrian on the front, and it's 5 of something on the back. This one is going to be from Great Britain, 1 new pence, 1975. Roughly equivalent to a penny, or a little bit more than a penny in American coinage if we were to convert it. Here's a Bahamian coin from the Bahamas, 1995, 1 cent, with the standard sea star on the front. This one looks kind of neat because of its shape. Let's see what shape it is. Oh, I'm almost dropping it. I think it's an octagon. Yeah, 1, 2, yep. Octagonal coin, 5 pesos, 1996 from Chile, and it's got some good detail there on the front as well. So it's a cool one. This one, though, has been distracting me for a long time. 1861 is a super old coin, 1 of something, and on the front it looks like some type of Austrian coin, so very, very old. But I think I've seen a couple of these, though they weren't in the 60s. They were definitely a little bit newer. This one's also pretty distracting. And what is it? 100 francs from 1954. So this is French. Now this is, I always say this, but this 1 franc, the 100 franc coin was then devalued and made into new francs. So these are actually equivalent, and you can also tell from their equivalent sizes. Here's a 1944 Canadian 5 cent V coin. It was like a victory coin, I think. They hadn't won the World War at this point, but maybe they were celebrating that the tide was turning or something, or still in really nice condition outside of the brown. It's not really toning. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but something's going on there. Here's a 1975 coin from Spain, 25 pesetas, and then a fun fact is that you can see on this star what the date is, and so it's actually 1977, even though the date says 1975 on the front. Here's a really interesting coin. This is a Morelos peso. It's silver, 1962, and the coin is only 10% silver, which is very, very small. Almost kind of makes you wonder why they would make such a small silver content coin. So a lot of people might get excited when they think they have a big silver coin like this, but it's really only 10% silver. So it's very little content there. Here's a 10 dinara coin from 1989, Yugoslavia. This is not a coin that I've seen before. I've seen some of the older versions, but this one's a lot smaller, and so is that torch. 2 francs from 1947, right after the World War win in World War II in France. This one's aluminum, but it's got a nice design. Here's a 50 centavos from 1953, and it's President Dutra from Brazil. Okay, awesome. So I wasn't sure where this was coming from, but it's good to know that that's a Brazilian coin. Here's a interesting coin, 20 of something, and I don't know if we'll find out where it's from. 1972. It's got a cool cornucopia on the front, but the country of origin remains unknown at the moment. I'll probably have that updated for you as well, though. This is 5 drachma from Greece, 1980, and they kind of go with a lot of simple designs. The drachma was also very, very inflated. Greece, Italy had problems with their inflation. 20 francs from 1952. So again, these are those older francs, but the designs are still really nice. Whereas this is a newer one, 5 francs from 1971, which would have been equivalent to 500 of the old francs. This is an interesting coin. This is Nazi currency, 1941. 5 Reichspfennig. Definitely a different era, the Third Reich of Germany. And it has the World War II metal composition that's found in a lot of European World War II coins. This one's 50 lire, 1956 from Italy. This one is a really cool coin, and I wanted to point this out. This is a 72% silver Mexican peso from 1933, and you can contrast it with the newer 1 peso coin, which is from 1962, but only 10% silver. So similar to how we switched our metal composition in 1964. This is a really good find, though, because it's quite a big coin, and being 72% silver, that's actually a good bit of silver that we're going to add to our world coin collection. Here is a 1975 Portuguese 2.5 escudo coin. So that's a good find. And then right here we'll see South Africa. Awesome. In 1985 is rand. It's 2 cents probably, with an interesting animal kind of bucking on the back. With cool. I haven't seen too much South African coinage, so that's why I'm pretty stoked to see that. Here's some more coinage that's probably from Syria. I always guess that's Syria. I have to really do my research there. 1 drachma from Greece in 1954. This is pretty worn, so it's definitely gotten some good use. Here we have a coin that looks like it could be from Taiwan or something. I think it's probably Taiwanese, maybe Chinese, maybe Japanese. Unsure. If you guys know, let me know down below in the comments. This is another Brazilian coin, 1947, 50 centavos. So similar, but this one is Getulio Vargas, whereas this is President Dutra, which was a few years later, apparently. 5 cents from the East Caribbean states in 1986, an aluminum coin, but they always have the interesting ridges, so that's kind of a fun one to pick out here. A Mexican one on top of it in 1958, 5 centavos as well, from a little bit geographically over. This is going to be 1 of something, and that looks, I think that might be a Chinese coin, but I am not super familiar with the coinage from Asia at all, which I should get more familiar with, but I'm just not. This is going to be a Guatemalan coin, 1992. Very nice condition, so another North American find, 5 centavos. Feels like it might be aluminum, but when it's that small, it's tough to tell if it's really light or not. 1969, 5 Rapin coin from Switzerland. Up next, we've got a slightly toned 6-pence from 1954. Fortunately, not silver. I think 46 was the last year that they were making a lot of silver stuff from Great Britain. Here's a 10 new pence, another circulating Great Britain coin, 1968. It's a good find, but not too special at the same time. I'm not sure what this could be, though, because it looks like it could be Indian, or maybe it's from Bhutan or Bangladesh or some other place kind of close by. There's very little for me to work with though, because it's a totally different alphabet that I don't know at all. But I'll try to look that up and give you an update. Here's a Mexican coin, 1956, 5 centavos. Yet again, we found one like that a little bit earlier too. 1966, another Spanish coin, except it's from 1969 because we can tell by looking closely at those 2 stars there. So always check that if you want to know the exact date of your Spanish stuff. And then we're going to round it out with a 66. I think that's a 6 pence. A silver. Okay, that's really cool. 1921 1 shilling. Check that out. It's a nice old coin, almost 100 years old. Kind of maybe equivalent to like a Standing Liberty quarter. I'm not really sure, but it's a nice coin, and I definitely know that. And then we've gotten, this looks like a May 10 lire from 1953 from Italy. Yep, so it's aluminum. And then we normally don't find that many Mexican coins, but we got a ton in this lot, 1965, 5 centavos. So we got a really interesting variety, seeing the contrast between the different pesos, the silver, older Great British silver, and then some of the really cool countries like Bahrain. Makes for a really fun hunt, and I'll see you guys with another one soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay in contact with me on my Instagram, TreasureTownYT, Facebook, TreasureTown, or my website, TreasureTownYT.com. And I love receiving packages from you guys. I'll unbox them in a video once I get enough, and my address for that is TreasureTown, P.O. Box 201, Greenwich, Connecticut, 06836. So I'll see you on some of my other videos.